Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Colosseum. In the last episode, we found out where Miror B was hiding out, and we abandoned Silva here to go do shiny homework. And in this episode, I'm going to be going over something here in the Pyrite building. Yes, that is actually the official name of this place. How uninspired. If you head down here, running after those people that did their Super Ultra Mambo Tango Foxtrot Martial Fire Dash, you will see that heading down here, there is an item box. This is down on the first floor behind a door that we couldn't go in before. You go in here and you get 3 Hyper Potions. You have no excuse not to do this, of course, because there's no battles in the way of it that you don't have to do. And just letting you know, if you go back through those doors, so you can ride this elevator back up, but I want to show you something really, really, really jerkish, okay? So you're thinking like, okay, I go through this elevator, and we're back on the first floor, so I can walk through these doors and I can go straight to the PC and, you know, get and heal up my Pokemon, right? Well, you walk through the door and it doesn't appear to open from this side. Yeah, if you want to heal and use the PC, you gotta walk all the way back up. You don't have to fight any trainers on the way up, mind you, but still, it's really freaking jerkish. I mean, that's kind of mean. It's just, I don't know. It's always sat wrong with me. Like, that door should stay open. Like, maybe they should give you, like, a key or something that you can use to open it. I don't know. Maybe there is one and I just never knew it existed. Much like the strategy memo. Seriously, I never used that strategy memo. Like, even since getting it, I've never really needed to use it. I suppose for someone who doesn't really play Pokemon normally, like, it might be good, though, but I've noticed, like, a lot of people just in general don't seem to play this game, so who knows. But anyway, we're back up where we were. And right over here, let me just make sure my team is how I want it. You're gonna want something that's not attacking, that's not making physical contact, just letting you know. So I think Mischievous and Espeon's gonna be the way to go. Okay, let's go up here and... Oh, I get it. You guys weren't new recruits, but you're just intruders too? The guy earlier was too weak for words. How about you? Oh man, Silva is getting, like, destroyed here. Like, Hunter Doken. Too bad your trainer class isn't Hado. I don't know. Hado Doken. Too bad your trainer class isn't Ha. I failed at that joke so bad. I apologize. Anyway, so he's got 2 water Pokemon right here. We got a Goldeen and we got a Qwilfish. So how about we take them on and ooh, with her big creepy eye, she tells us that we have a Shadow Pokemon in Qwilfish. Okay, so Qwilfish is actually kind of an interesting Pokemon. It does have Surf, much like Croconaw and Quagsire. Its stats aren't quite as good as Croconaw, and its type is not quite as good as Quagsire. It's not the best of the water types that you can pick up, but it does have Poison Point, meaning that if you physically attack it, it will poison you. If you make physical contact with it, it will poison you, which is nice. It's definitely a Pokemon that is unique out of what you can pick. Again, it's not going to be winning any awards in the way of stats, but it's certainly unique, and people might be drawn into Poison Point. And remember, even though it's becoming somewhat of a catchphrase, Colosseum has limited options. Remember that. So, if there's a Pokemon that you kind of like, but usually it's outclassed by other stuff, it might be more usable in Colosseum. Speaking of catchphrases, I kind of realized the whole, like, oh my god, your feet are huge thing kind of became, like, a running thing. And that's just it. Huge feet is a running gag. Oh, got you! I don't know. I don't know why I'm so proud of these puns. I know they're terrible. Maybe I'm just proud of being a horrible human being. That's a terrible thing to be proud of. What the heck am I saying? Proud of being a horrible human being. Speaking of horrible, my Espeon just fainted and I didn't even acknowledge it. Throw Quagsire out. Let's go ahead and Shadow Ball it. If I recall, Qwilfish is kind of tough to catch as well. I remember this taking up a lot of balls on previous playthroughs, so, let's see, what do I want to do? I'll go ahead and use a Great Ball. Actually, I'm pretty good on Pokeballs. I haven't really needed to, like, buy anymore. Like, usually by this point in the game, I need to buy a lot more because I have terrible luck, but so far this time, I haven't really been having such terrible luck. And actually, does Slam have less power than Shadow Rush? Because there should be no reason for me to use Slam, actually. God, now I'd feel terrible if I called Slam useful in an earlier part, now that I think about it like that. God dang it. Or excuse me, Arceus, dang it! Or, yeah. Alright, so it's using Odor Sleuth to track Quagsire. Let's, It's using Shadow Rush. That's probably going to go down right here. And oh, God! That did a lot of damage to Misdreavus. Apparently, Qwilfish doesn't have half bad of an attack stat. Try saying that 5 times fast. Half bad of an attack stat, half bad of an attack stat, half bad of an attack stat, half bad of an attack stat. That's actually not as hard as I thought it would be, even though I only said it 4 times. I fail at doing my own challenges. Let's use up Misdreavus' turn to try to catch Qwilfish once again. It's got red health now, so it should be a little bit easier. And let's use Shadow Rush on Lightning. Boom. And I missed. And of course, I've been poisoned by Poison Sting by Qwilfish on that turn. So I got a Pokemon that's fainted and a Pokemon that's poisoned. So chances are, if I don't want to use up my revive and a bunch of items, I'm going to need to go back down and heal again after everything I just said about having to walk back up here. So that's wonderful. All right, attempt number 3. Let's do this. So Qwilfish has officially taken me more attempts than frickin' Mantine. Really? Okay. Grab. Oh, come on! That did worse that time. Bye, Misdreavus. Oh, it survived! And thanks for healing up my Quagsire. That was a very ineffective turn. And okay, I keep slapping my hand out on my desk. This is... I recently rearranged my recording space so that my desk is facing my TV, and that was... I seem to be slapping my desk a lot more. 1! Bye, Misdreavus. You'll be Misdreavus. 1. Stop counting not to 2. 1, 2, 3. Finally, God. By the way, notice this battle arena? We're back on the ground even though we're fighting on the roof. And now all of a sudden, after this transition, would you believe it? We're back on the roof again. So I will be right back as I go heal up my Pokemon. By the way, that's what poison looks like. Okay, into the cave at long last after, God, I spent like 11 minutes of this video just trying to catch that stupid Qwilfish. So, we are finally in Pyrite Cave, Miror B's hideout. Took long enough to get here, didn't it? So, through here we have a bunch of items, actually. You are going to want to explore a lot here. We got an Ether right here. That'll restore PP to some moves if they've been used up, which is really nice to have in lengthy dungeons like this. And there's a lot to grab here. There's a lot of not required battles as well that you can do if you're not really confident in how high leveled your Espeon or Umbreon are. So that's always nice. You can always do them. I'm not going to be doing any battles that are not required like usual, just because I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time. Just because I kind of want to make it so that we're not in these dungeons for like 4 videos at a time. I mean, some people do like showing every battle. I'm not one of them. I just kind of figure that, you know, it's just kind of more interesting to talk about battles that are needed, you know. You get where I'm coming from. But up here, we have a battle that I can't get away from. So I guess we'll show this one, even though I don't think this is on the required path. Oh well. It's a required battle for something that, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes, like, I've been set. How many times did I just say I don't know? Okay. Anyway. And how many times have I said anyway? I have shown a lot of battles that... Whoa! Hey! Actually, it was a good thing I got into a battle with this. That is Meditite right there. That is a fighting psychic type. Now, while it might not be too usable in its current state, when you do get the ability to make Shadow Pokemon level up, it can be actually kind of nice. It's a mixed attacker. It can attack physically and specially and do a decent amount of damage both ways. It also can have pure power for its ability, which will double its attack stat, which is always nice. It's a pretty interesting Pokemon, but, regardless of what you are going to do, I highly recommend that you grab that Meditite no matter what. Because when you catch it, it will always have a Twisted Spoon equipped to it. That item will boost the power of psychic moves. So, if you're using an Espeon, like you should be... Uh-oh. Well, it missed. If you are using an Espeon, you have no reason to not pick that up because that item is invaluable to you if you equip it to your Espeon. So, that is one of very few Hoenn Pokemon that you can snag in the game. There's not all that many, but that is one of them. So I guess it's a good thing that I decided to show this, whatever my reason for it was, because I was like, well, it's probably not on the required path, but it's required for something I want to show, so I want to show it. But then again, there's been items that I've wanted to show in earlier parts, and I didn't show those battles, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I'm just like, oh wait, Shadow Pokemon! Oh, okay, so I was right to show this fight. Well, that's a cool attack animation. Whoa! I'm gonna bet that thing has an attack doubling ability. Because that was with Reflect on. Then again, critical hits ignore that kind of stuff, so I don't know. I'm down to just 3 Great Balls. Are you serious? I've been that drained? Really? Alright. Great Ball. Let's not have a terrible run this time. Let's not have another Qwilfish. 1. Really? Is Espeon really gonna go down? Let's confuse it. Let's hope it doesn't. Also, just saying, if you're trying to take out another Pokemon while you're trying to snag something, this is actually something that I should have done earlier. There was one battle where I noticed me not doing it in editing, and that is that if you're going to attack on a turn and you're also trying to snag a Pokemon, you should obviously have your fastest Pokemon do the attacking, so that way it will get to attack before anyone else gets to move, so that way you don't feel like your turn is wasted because you throw a ball on one turn and then the others get to attack before you do. I just kind of find it easier that way. Can I use Helping Hand and boost my chances, please? Yeah. Also remember that if you're trying to snag a Pokemon and you don't want to use any moves, you can always just use Call that turn, even though it won't do anything normally. It's always nice to use it, though, just because it will give you the ability to just kind of do nothing for a turn so that you can snag a Pokemon without having to attack. So just kind of thought I'd bring that up. But we got Meditite, and as a result, we have that Twisted Spoon for our Espeon now, which is always good. And I hope none of my Pokemon fainted that battle. I don't think they did, but Espeon almost did. Pokemon have won the Knockout Challenge. You're no average trainer for beating them. Let me heal up Espeon really quick. Let's use up these freaking regular potions they started us off with. They gave us 5 to start off, and the thing is, we don't need this many. You don't use potions in this game. Your Pokemon start with, like, 70 HP. You don't need potions. Alright, so over here, beyond where that was, there was a hunter right there. Sneak past him, you can get a full heal right there, or you can battle him, whatever your poison is. Of course, I'm saying poison. I might actually fight these trainers off screen, though, because I do remember the boss of this area not being the easiest in the world. And I'm gonna bet that because he had a Shadow Meditite, that was the required path, so I want to go back here and check these stairs to see what's in them. What's in them? No, I mean, what's atop them, inside the stairs. I don't know how... Can one get it? Oh, of course, covered under the stairs like Harry Potter. Here I go, forgetting my Potter world mythology, or Potter lore, Pottermore. I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore, so I'm just gonna try to go through here and let's dodge the... Come on, dodge her, dodge her, dodge her, dodge her. Ah, no. We have a trainer right here that wants to... Oh no, he's not gonna battle us. Okay, I remember that trainer. It's actually kind of a jerk move. 3 Ultra Balls right there, so you want to grab those. What happens is, you walk past him, and you're like, wait a second, he's not, you walk past him, you're just like, okay, let me play out the scenario for you right here, about why this is jerkish. You go in this room, you walk past the guy, you're like, wait, he's not a trainer? Wait a second, is he gonna give me something? Like, oh my god, he's gonna give me some battle. He had 4 unevolved Lotads, take my word for it, that would not have been fun to watch. Then again, I don't know, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe you can think of something fun that you could do with 4 Lotads. I don't know. I can't think of anything particularly fun to do with 4 Lotads. I don't know. Ninja with them, like have them like in the water floating around you, and then like you have like your snorkel like hidden between their 4 lily pads, you know, so that your enemies can't see you coming and you can just assassinate them. Or did I just say your friends can't see you coming? No, I said enemies. Never mind. I don't know. I keep doubting what I'm saying in this video, and that's not a good sign. I shouldn't be so doubtful. Come on. I'm happy to be playing this here. That's why I picked Quagsire, because it smiles all the time, and I smile all the time, and I'm always happy, and I'm always cheerful, and all this other stuff. So, how about we head over here, and, hey, check it out. We have one of those cowgirls again. And as you guys pointed out in the comments, I can't believe I didn't realize this there is a purple leopard Pokemon. Her hat is freaking leopard skin. Yeah. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I highly doubt the leopard was planned to appear in the Diamond and Pearl games originally or something like that, or that they really had the leopard design that early on, though. But yeah, her hat is leopard skin, and leopard wasn't introduced until Black and White. Yeah, I can't believe it either. Alright, so here we go. Got a Shadow Dunsparce. Alright, so we have yet another Shadow Pokemon that we can grab. Now, Dunsparce is the true definition of missed potential. What do I mean by that? I mean that Dunsparce has an amazing move pool. Like most normal types, it learns so many great moves. So versatile. And its ability is Serene Grace, which is even better. Like, to give an example of what Serene Grace does, if you were to use Flamethrower, for example, you would double your chances of burning the opponent. If you use any move that has a secondary effect, you double your chances of it appearing. Dunsparce has so much going for it. The problem? Its stats are god-awful. They really are. Like, it's a shame. Dunsparce deserves an evolution so bad. If it did, if it just got better stats with an evolution, it would be a competitive masterpiece, for lack of a better term. It'd be such a good Pokemon. It's just such a shame that it got cheated out of being such a wonderful Pokemon, because it has so much missed potential. If you want to pick one up, remember that there's not that many normal types in Colosseum, so maybe you don't want to use a Furret. Maybe you could try it out. I'm just going to warn you, even though it's got really great moves, it's going to be tough for you to use. So, let's go ahead and take out that Cacnea really quick. And how about we try to get that Dunsparce now? Again, I want to capture all the Shadow Pokemon because there is a great reward for doing so. About that, actually. Those heart gauges, you're going to want to empty every single one of them on every Pokemon you catch. I'm going to be doing this off-screen, mainly because I want to give the Pokemon that I personally want to use a lot more screen time, also so that I can afford to skip some battles and be kind of under-leveled and not have to worry much, though, because this game is designed for you to be shifting around your team a lot. This game is designed so that your Pokemon's levels are okay for you shifting your team around a lot so that you can keep on lowering heart gauges on different Pokemon. But I'm not going to be personally doing that all that much. I kind of want to give the screen time primarily to what I'm planning on using. I wasn't actually expecting to catch it. Well, Cowgirl, I exposed the fact that you're using real leopard skin on your clothing, so you're having a doubly unlucky day. Oh, Sash doesn't know what to do, she says. I don't know why I gave her that voice. Oh, she's a cowgirl. What the heck am I saying? All right. So she gave us a very nice, well-placed compliment of, there's no way I should be expected to beat someone as strong as you. And with that, we have an area to heal our Pokemon and a PC. For those of you who were wondering why I wasn't going back to go grab that twisted spoon for my Espeon, this is why. Because we had a PC coming right up. So how about we go into our PC for the first time. Now, I want to say this. You could click on your Pokemon and click move and all that. Or you can just press the Y button, turn it into a yellow hand, and thus you automatically have the move tool selected every time you click on a Pokemon. That is much better. For the time being, you can bring around that Meditite along if you want. I might actually keep it on my in my party a little bit, even though I don't plan on using it. Just for the simple fact that having a fighting type is going to be kind of useful coming up, so I might just let it tag along in case I need it. Or, I don't know, that Furret is nice too, because it's got strength, and strength is fantastic on that Furret this early on. Alright, so I took the Twisted Spoon from Meditite, and I equipped it to my Espeon, so now its Psychic type moves will be powered up. So, we've done quite a bit here. I think this is a good time to end this off. Next time on Pokemon Colosseum, we'll be continuing our way through Pyrite Cave, and hopefully coming face-to-face at long last with Miror B! See you guys then.